And this time we'll go through traffic manager. So create a traffic manager profile using the Azure portal. So our task include for this one is create the web apps, then create a traffic manager profile. After that, you can see these two like add traffic manager endpoint and then test the traffic manager profile. So this profile will directly like direct user traffic to the primary site running on the web applications. And traffic manager will continuously monitor the web applications. And if the primary site in East US is available, is if it's not available, then it will provide automatic failover to the backup site. So let's start the lab. So very first thing that we need to do to connect to the Azure portal. So I have connected here. Now here you see that click create a resource, click that options. And select here web app, click on create. Now here select the subscription, select resource group, select the resource group here, Contoso resource group TM1. Then give a instance details, so web app name. Then type publish code or container, in our case that is code. Then runtime stack, we are ASP.NET version 4.8. Operating system is Windows. Region. Then select here, we're going to select Australia East. And Windows plan here, create a new plan, give a plan name, select OK. And pricing plan, you can see there are different plan available, basic, premium. Let's go with the basic one. And then click on next database. We're not changing anything here. We are just going to change next on go to monitor plus secure. And here we are going to disable application insights. Before that, let's go back to basics and the pricing plan. We have got basic plan options, but don't see any standard option which is mentioned. So in that case, we can select uh, explore pricing plan. Let's see what the plans are available. Basics, shared, free, more production workload. So in the lab, let me open the lab to find out what the plan is mentioned here. Select another plan if this is unavailable, but B3, P1, P3 premium. So this one, P3, P1 premium, B3, P1, V3. Select. Monitor and skill, we disable application insights. Now click on review plus create and then click on create. Is in progress now. web successfully deployed, it's actually created default website. So now we'll go for creating a second web app. So for that, let's go back to like you can search here also web app service. So click that app service, then click on create web app, then select the subscription, select the resource group, give a web app name. Okay, here we have to click create new, click OK, and then give a web app name. Then publish is code, runtime stack is ASP.NET version 4.8. Operating system Windows. Here we are going to select Southeast Asia. Stack coming Australia Southeast. No, Southeast Asia. Then Windows plan. Create a new plan. Give a plan name. Click OK. And this is the same version that we selected. Premium V3, P1 V3 or the other side. Then monitor and secure section. Disable application insights. And then click review plus create. And then click create. Deployment is complete. Go to resource. So you can see this second web app. So if I go to home, go to resources, and then we can see that app service plan and app service here. And now if we go to second resource group, so you can see that app service and app service plan. So first one I created into Australia East and second one Southeast Asia. So now we are going to create a traffic manager profile. So for that, let's go back to home, click on create a resource, and here search for traffic manager profile. Copy paste sometimes don't work, so let me type that one. Traffic manager. So you can see the traffic manager profile, click on create. Now here we're going to create a name for this one, first one. So this is not first one, second one, this is just profile. So give a name here. And routing method, we're going to set that up as a priority one. So there are different ways of routing. So for this lab, we are going with priority first. And then you need to, after that, this is group location. It has got automatically. And you can see resource group is Australia is side one. So now we can just click on review plus create. Validation is going on. Click on create. So click on go to resource, and you can see the traffic manager profile here. Now we'll go to set up traffic manager endpoint. So for that, under settings, you can see that endpoint. So select that endpoints. Then click add button. So add endpoint sections. Type is Azure endpoint and give a name here. And target source type, in our case, that is app service. I need to select target resource. It is the Contoso web app 1. This is 2, this one, web app 1. Click, and priority is that the one. Click add. So traffic manager profile is added here. Now click add again for the second endpoint, Azure endpoint, and give a name, uh, failover endpoint. And source type is app service, and choose target resource. So that will be second one, 2, and priority is 2. So 2 means that traffic will route to this failover endpoint if the configured primary endpoint becomes unhealthy. So click on add. So 2 endpoints are added here. Now let's go to configurations. And if we check here, priority based routing method, DNS time to leave is 60 seconds. Endpoint monitoring settings is HTTP protocol. Port is 443. And then click on save button. So now if you go to endpoints, So you can see the status is enabled and monitor status is checking endpoint. So it should change to online. So wait for that one. My configuration just to make sure everything's correct. Routing method is priority. DNS time to leave is 60 seconds. Protocol is HTTPS, not HTTP. Port is 443 for that one. Path. So then if we go to endpoint, you will see that monitor status is online. So now let's verify the traffic manager profile. So therefore, let's go to profile page. And the first one here, you see that copy the DNS name, copy that one and paste it here to see. So web page is visible. So it's a default website is displaying here. Now to set, let's for failover testing, we need to disable the primary site. If you go back here, go back home, this was traffic manager profile for first site. This is the profile here. Now we need to disable the primary site so that traffic can goes into second site. Select that one. When we are in profile page, select that endpoint, two endpoints. So select that number 2. Now we're going to disable this primary endpoint. So let's edit these options. Go to edit and enable endpoint. And just disable that one and then click save button. So it has been saved. So we can see that monitor status is disable for the primary endpoint. So now in this profile page, so let's go to overview sections and copy the DNS name. And we can see that web app is still responding. So as the primary endpoint was not available, the traffic was instead routed to the failover endpoint to allow the website to still functions. So we have successfully completed this in traffic manager, or if I say the traffic manager, how they distribute the load or how they distribute uh, the working for HTTP traffic. We have successfully completed that lab. If you have any question, add that into comment section. Otherwise, see you into next lab.